Hi peeps, how are you? Today we're going to talk about prisms and cylinders. So we're starting the solids unit. If you look, you'll see there are two types of solids we're going to discuss. One is a prism and one is a cylinder. What's the difference? Well, a cylinder is round, like a soup can or a candle, and the other one is a prism. A prism has two bases, so does a cylinder. Two bases on the prism can be any figure. It can be a square, a rectangle, a hexagon, a triangle, and they also have an altitude or a height. So if you look at this first one, this is a rectangular prism. The base is a rectangle and the two bases will be the same. The height goes from one base to another base. This one's a hexagonal prism because it has a hexagon as a base. There's two of them. This one's a triangular prism because the base is a triangle. There's two bases. There's also something called an altitude or a height, and that is the distance from one base to another. And I have highlighted it in red. And so it's the distance between the bases. The cylinder also has two bases, but they're circles, and the altitude or the height goes from one base or the other. Sometimes it's inside, sometimes it's the outside. The two types of prisms are, there is a right prism or a right cylinder, and then there's an oblique prism or an oblique cylinder. What's the difference? Well, the right prism is standing straight. It's perpendicular to the floor. An oblique prism has a slant. It's on a slant. It is not perpendicular to the floor. Let's identify the parts of the prism. First, there are bases. There are two of them, and that is what identifies the type of the prism. Then we have something called faces and lateral faces. Lateral faces are all the sides sections of the polygon, but not including the bases. So for example, right here, this rectangular prism, we're not going to talk about the bases, but we're going to talk about this flat rectangle in front is 1, the side one's 2, the back one's 3, and the side one's 4. So this rectangular prism has 4 lateral faces. How many faces it has in all, we include those bases. So we take the 4 lateral faces plus the 2 bases, making it 6 faces in all. The edges are the segments needed to make the figure. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 2 bases of the rectangular prism. And 1, 2, 3, 4, connecting the bases. So a rectangular prism has 4 on top, 4 sides on bottom, 4 connecting, 12 edges. And the altitude or height always goes between the bases. So we're going to flip over the paper. And let's talk about the rules that you need to know. Well, there are 3 key ingredients to finding the different areas of a prism. There is the lateral area, which is just the area of the strip in the middle. There is the total area, which includes that strip in the middle and the top and bottom bases. And then there's the volume, that is everything inside. So the key ingredients you need are the perimeter of the base, the altitude, which is the height between the bases, and the area of the base. And then we're going to plug it into the formulas. As you notice, the lateral area is just the perimeter of the base. This is my base. You take its perimeter and times it by its height. The total area, I have to find the area of a base and times it by 2, and then add it to that lateral area at the top, which is the strip in the middle. And then the volume is the area of the base times height. So let's begin. Let's do the first example. Sorry, trying to blow it up here, not working. All right, so the lateral area of the first one. We're going to find the perimeter of the base, the altitude, which is the height, and then the area of the base. So the perimeter of the base, it's 4 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2. That is 16 meters. The height of the base is between the two bases, so it's 6 meters. And the area of the base, it's a rectangle, so it's base times height, so it's 4 times 2, which is 8 meters squared. Now that we have the 3 ingredients, let's find our lateral area, total area, and volume. So our lateral area, perimeter of the base times height. So 16 times 6. And you would get all right, so I made a mistake. Does this surprise anybody? No. The perimeter, because I can't add, it's 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 4 plus 2 is 12. Lordy. Twelve times 6 is 72 meters squared. It's my lateral area. My total area is twice the area of your base, 2 times 8, plus my lateral area up top, 72. 16 plus 72 is 88 meters squared. And my volume is the area of the base, 8, times your height between your bases of 6, and it's 48 meters, but it's to the third, it's cubed because it's volume. So LA 72 meters squared, TA 88 meters squared, volume 48 meters cubed. Let's go to example 2. 3 ingredients: the perimeter, the height, the area of the base. The perimeter of the base, well, you can transfer. It's 3, 4, and this piece is a 4. So the perimeter is 8 plus 3, which is 11 centimeters. The height between the bases is 6. And the area of the base, since it's a triangle, is the base 4 times the height 2.8 divided by 2. 4 times 2.8 divided by 2 is 5.6 centimeters squared. You have your 3 ingredients. Let's find our LA. It's the perimeter of the base times the height. So 11 times 6, 66 centimeters squared. Total area is twice the area of the base. 2 times 5.6 plus your lateral area up here, 66, 77.2 centimeters squared. Volumes, area of the base times the height, 6, 33.6 centimeters. Don't forget cubed because it's volume. Good. That's a triangular prism. Let's go to a trapezoidal prism. Find our perimeter, our height, our area of the base. Perimeter of the base, 5 plus 6 plus 5 plus 12. 28 feet. The height between them is 10. Area of the trapezoid, you would add your bases, 18, divided by 2 times the height of 4. 9 times 4 is 36 feet squared. Lateral area is perimeter times height, so it's 28 times 10, 280 feet squared. Total area is 2 times the area of the base, plus that lateral area of 280, 352 feet squared. And our volume's the area of the base times the height, 360, and its volume, so it's feet cubed. Good. That's a trapezoidal prism. Now let's go to cylinders. Cylinders, you do the exact same way, but they're going to have pi because their bases are circles. So, the perimeter, the height, and the area of the base. The perimeter is the circumference of the circle, which is diameter times pi. The radius is 5, so the diameter is 10 pi. The height here is 7. Area of the base is r squared pi, so it's 25 pi. Total area is perimeter of the base times height. 10 pi times 7, 70 pi centimeters squared. Lateral area is 2 times the area of the base. No, this is lateral area, sorry. This is total area. It's 2 times the area of the base plus the lateral area. 50 pi plus 70 pi is 120 pi centimeters squared. Volume is the area of the base times the height. 175 pi centimeters cubed because it's volume. Good. And lastly, we're going to do the area of this cylinder. Perimeter, height, area of the base. Perimeter is the circumference, diameter times pi, so it's 12 pi. Height of the cylinder is the distance between the bases, so it's 15. Area of the base is the radius squared pi, so it's 6 squared pi, so it's 36 pi. I'm going to find the lateral area, total area, and volume. Lateral area is perimeter of the area, perimeter times height, 180 pi meters squared. Total area is 2 times the area of the base, which is 72, plus the lateral area, 180 pi, 352 feet squared. And the volume is the area of the base times the height, 540 pi feet. It's not feet, it's meters. Good Lord. Sorry. Meters cubed. This is meters squared. Looks so nice. Meters cubed. All right? I hope you understand it. I hope all is well. And you're going to do the homework paper that's attached, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.